Introducing PANIK3 options trading strategy and system. This is a system we first developed here on optionsweeklypaychecks.com. Now, to some people, the name panic may sound like a negative thing, but it is not a negative thing in that we want to step in front of the market's panic so we can profit bigly and quickly. If you can trade high velocity moves where the marketplace tends to move fast with strong momentum and move a good deal of points quickly, well, then that is probably one of the best ways or the best type of ways to trade options. Why so? Well, that's an easy one. Premium decay. The less time we're in an option, the less premium decay you have if you're buying calls and puts. Now, with a high momentum blaster type of trading strategy, you can use different options strategy combinations such as credit spreads, naked options, even covered calls. But if you're going to burst into a lot of profit points, the best type of option to use is a long call or a long put where you're buying in the money somewhat, I would say, where you have some good deltas. You don't want to go too far in the money because then you have increased risk and then you increase your costs again. Now, if you're concerned about premium decay, you can go out in time, but then your amount of money you have to put up in a position is greater. Or if you have a fixed amount of money per position, then you're just going to have less contracts. And if you go out further in time, you're going to get lower deltas. So you're just going to make less money per point move in the underlying stock. On the other hand, you may save on premium decay by going out further in time. But we're trading highly motivated swings here. So a swing is a couple few days. So a couple few days of premium decay, well, out further in time, it's almost nothing. But when you are closer to expiration, yeah, that could cost some. Depends on how much time there is to expiration, and you'll just have to compare the difference from week to week for weekly options to see your decay rate. But some people get too caught up in worrying about premium decay when they forget to factor in the momentum point gain factor in the underlying stock. So therefore, we are trading momentum that is highly motivated, hence the name PANIK3. So therefore, when you combine a highly motivated swing type of move with shorter term options that are somewhat in the money, you can have momentum take those options deep in the money, making premium decay almost a non-issue with a good swing. And that's great information and great understanding to know. So we made this system, this strategy, many years ago, as you can see here. And this is a fundamental buyer-seller interaction trigger that's translated on a price chart that we can just take advantage of every time it shows up. So here are some performance samples. 2018, it's an updated from the original here, back from 2014. So if you can have a system that could work well over time, then you've struck gold. Technically, you've struck a money printing press, a gold mine, whatever related expression. PANIK3 is a really easy system to trade, well, in my opinion. And you can see the progression of trades here throughout the year. On Boeing in 2018, plus 239 points. Apple, plus 139 points. Netflix, 420 points, and that's for 2018. And you can see the half a year results we have in 2019. These are just performance samples. Technically, we could just keep on going and going and going, and going on this stock or that stock. You know, we could. It's a lot of work, but this gives you a picture of how PANIK3 tends to perform, which is very good. Also, you want to look at the progression of trades to see wins versus losses and any sort of losing streak to see the parameters of what kind of position sizing you may want to initially take. And just as a trading tip, you usually don't want to start trading after a big exciting move in a market. You want to start trading as a stock starts to finish up a consolidation period. And I say that as a tip because beginning traders or traders who have not had much success will be drawn to the big exciting move. Well, that's already too late. Now, sometimes you can get a reverse big exciting move, and you may want to look at if the stock is in a bigger channel. But usually buyers and sellers need to take a breather, and that breather ends up into a consolidation chart pattern of one sort or another. And so that consolidation looks boring on a price chart, but that's where you can say the big money is. You should start to get excited when you see consolidations, and because the consolidation now gives you a sign that this stock is preparing to do some sort of breakout and make a move. It could make a genuine breakout, or it could give you a fake out breakout, which can usually lead to extraordinary profits going the other way. So you can see some old track records here, and the number of points will vary versus the speed of the market at the time in any post-split scenario, as you can see right there with Apple. Okay, so one more question. What stocks would tend to work best with PANIK3? I would say any stocks that tend to swing pretty well on average and have good options prices relative to the average swing. So then, therefore, when you do get a swing, you have to ask yourself, do I get paid well by my options? If so, then you have a good stock to trade with options. So if you're looking for a good high momentum burst swing trading that you could trade in a couple minutes a night, sometimes in a couple seconds, just glancing at the chart to see if you have a new trade or a trail stop adjustment, then get this system. We teach you the secret sauce recipe. We teach you the actual system and the video course. You can ask us questions. If you need help, you can do screenshots, annotated screenshots, etc. The entries and exits are very clear, so it should be very easy to get started in trading PANIK3 right away. You just want to find your sweet spot stock with the options, and you want to study the stock and those options to see per average swing which strike would be best to trade. You can ask us our opinion on which options would be best to trade. I think I just said stock. Okay, so we can look at the logic of things, and basically what you want to do is look at the math logic of average move to average move in the option with average premium decay during those average numbers of days per swing. Okay, so if you're interested in more information, if you want to get this system, PANIK3, come on over to optionsweeklypaychecks.com, or you can go to optionstradingauthority.com as well. Thank you.